score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on force, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor. In the trenches like a war. If they want to give them more, when I touch down, touchdown.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Bengals Athletic Corner.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Carolina Panthers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bengals in this matchup. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They're led out by the southpaw Tua Tagovailoa in his third season now out of the University of Alabama.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you got to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty... eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Naeem Hines, his first carry, and he is going to lose yardage here. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Tua sets up to pass it. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Here's Tua. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin puts it off. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
So here are the Bengals now in great field position to start. They're led out by Malik Willis, the rookie who started his college career at Auburn and finished with the Liberty Flames. A first down carry for Henry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
A 3rd and 2, here's Willis. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he's going to have the Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. The Bengals at 3 and 5, 2 games under 500. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, pretty quickly from this point forward.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, here's Willis. Quick slant to Hamler. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 15-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
To the air on first down, here's Willis. That is caught inside the 5. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd and goal, Willis, the quick slant caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Chase Claypool, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Fields it right around the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. He's at the 30. 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Carolina. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start. It's certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
And he'll be out right at the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Willis now off of play action. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Willis looking to throw on first down. Right side, Claypool's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
There by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Willis is going to throw once more. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now Willis. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. K.J. Hamler, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have moved out in front. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was all polished off on the touchdown reception by K.J. Hamler. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wonder just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak, on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Back to throw, Willis. Over the middle, connecting with Kohler. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Here's Willis now off the play fake, eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder. If he wasn't a 1st-round pick, they want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him. But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Willis to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Turner. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Henry up the middle, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. K.J. Hamler with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early, so now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about... they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Tua now on 1st down. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Working with a 2nd and 3.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage in your tight end on that one.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Check right. Check
2 to throw again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Robert Woods, as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a Robert Woods touchdown reception. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. This pass caught by Hamler. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. All right, Coach, thank you very much. Welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Willis. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Trey Hendrickson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it, because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
From the gun, it's Tua. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. to his throw, complete there to Bateman. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. This is Hines. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Ready.
Tua on 4th down. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. Touchdown, Panthers. James Washington, 43 yards. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with... And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They go play action with Willis. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Again to Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
There you go.
From just shy of midfield, Willis, completion here to Claypool. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Left side, Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, Willis. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. They'll run. it's Henry. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So they get the conversion on fourth, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10. Willis now off play action. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. What a difference a week makes. 5 interceptions in their last game. Here we are, fourth quarter. He's played mistake-free football.
And I'm sure that we can look back on the past week and say, okay, he spent time in the film room and they worked on his mechanics. Sometimes it's just your team believing in you, your coaching staff believing in you, and you relax and play to your potential. He's doing that in this game.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now Willis on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Tua. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Inside handoff, Henry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Justin Madubuike firing across the line there and planning him for a loss.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
On 2nd and 12, Willis. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
19 Tigers.
Third down, it's Willis. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 40 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. James Cook with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop it.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. So now the Panthers down on the scoreboard. Under 1:20 to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. Now Tua. Pass complete to Hines. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Tagovailoa. Finds Hines again for the completion. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Meanwhile, Tua's throw hauled in by Washington. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Here's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Clock now under 30 ticks and running. Connecting with Andrews. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Tua to throw. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Tua's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 23. A higher scoring game, Charles.
I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it on my own. Get my way.